welcome back to my nail corner. Today I have my April Diva box dips out to show you guys and create a mani with. So these are the 3 Diva colors from the April Diva box. There was also a white glow in this box, which is called Moonlight, and that was available as of yesterday on the Triple D website, so run over and snag that because it's gorgeous. This was the super cute liquid holder that came from Chaos Concepts in this Diva box, and it's so fun that the the accessory in the box really coordinated with the dips in the box. So watch what is about to happen to me when I open this dip powder. Yep, I still like watching it in slow motion. I don't even really know how it happened, but it happened. So I've cleaned that up and here we go again. So I'm going to get into this dip application, but if you're not familiar with what the Diva box is, let me tell you. So Triple D releases a Diva box at the beginning of each month. I believe the first one may have been, I want to say October of this past year, so don't quote me on that, but this is probably the 6th Diva box. They have all been amazing, and if you're unfamiliar, then hop on over to the Triple D group and they can all fill you in, but there is a Triple D spoiler group as well, because we make sure not to post any spoilers or ruin anybody's fun in the main group if they don't want to know. If they want to be truly surprised when they get their Diva box, then they don't have to know anything, because we will make sure not to post in the main group about the Diva box until everybody's boxes are like well shipped out and in their hands. Now, let me tell you the thing that's important to know about the Diva box. They are a limited quantity. So Triple D is run by one superwoman, and she has to pack all these boxes and put all these supplies together herself or with the help of her family, and so she can only do so many boxes. And I think the most that she's produced for 1 month has been 400. Now think about that, like 400 of these boxes put together and shipped out on top of her regular like orders. It's incredible. I still don't know how she does it. But that being said, these ladies are like ruthless when getting their Diva box. So they are on the website like waiting for the release, and they snag those up quick. Like they sell out in like 2 minutes sometimes. So make sure if you're interested in a Diva box that you are staying tuned in the Triple D group and on Instagram, because we post reminders coming up to the release to remind you guys, like, be ready. So next month's release is on May 3rd. Like I said, the contents of the box are surprise. You won't know until after you've ordered it and it will ship. We can post spoilers in the spoiler group at that time. So sometimes you'll know if you want to, like a little bit before it gets to you, but before you order, it's a complete surprise, and it's so amazing and so fun and different every month. So this month's box also had a 3D molding gel. I think it's called molding gel, but it's for just like a cool 3D stamp effect on your nail. I haven't had time to play with it just yet, but there have been some really cool manis showing up in the group with it, and it's so fun. So that's a product I haven't seen anywhere else, and it was in the Diva box, and it comes with what you need to create that cool look. And it's just, there's so many fun ideas that Dodie puts into these boxes, so definitely try to get your hands on one if you can. So next box release is May 3rd. I don't believe the time has been announced for sure yet, so don't quote me on this, but typically the releases have been at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So mark your calendar and check that out if you want to try out grabbing the Diva box. The price varies each month because it's really based on the contents of the box. So the May box will be $45, and that will include shipping. So it's just $45 and that's it. So I am going to talk a little bit about the products I'm working with right now, because that's what you're here to see. So I am using my Triple D dip liquids. Oh, and that's something else I should mention. Sorry about the Diva box. If you're going to snag one, make sure there's nothing else in your cart. This has to ship alone because they are pre-boxed and ready to just put a label on them and ship them out. So don't have anything else in your cart when you place your order for the Diva box. So place a separate order and snag these liquids because they're so good. So anyway, Triple D Base Activator Top Coat, they perform great. I'm using them for this mani, and as you can see, I'm like triple dipping my finger into these powders because these powders were so like fine and soft and fluffy and like easy to work with, and they just absorbed beautifully into the dip base. And look how cute they are together. I am going to do a vertical ombre on my middle finger here, and my original intent was to do a vertical ombre on my middle finger and then use the beautiful shifting flakes on top of that finger. And you'll see, after I do the ombre, I sit and I look for a minute at this finger because it was the most effortless, like seamless ombre I've done in the longest time. These colors blended so beautifully together, I could not bring myself to cover it up. So I ended up doing flakes over my pointer finger and or index, I guess, whatever you want to call it, and my ring finger. And I am just in love with the way this turned out. And after I finish and you see like when I file and buff, they looked so good matte that I almost left them matte. Like, I don't know, this just all the stuff in this box was so beautiful. It can be used so many different ways, and like I said, just a seamless combo. Like Dodie always comes up with like just this beautiful color story for these boxes, and I'm just like in awe every month. So that being said, the Diva box colors, the ones I'm using right now, are exclusive to the box, so those do not release to the website. However, I believe once a quarter, they are putting up the list of the 3 months of Diva box colors that have come out and allowing everybody to vote on which color they love best and want to be part of the main line. So that's a super cool opportunity because some of these boxes have like amazing, like just even these solid colors, but like amazing like flakies and glitters and like just unique things. And so we get the opportunity to pick a favorite and vote it into the main line. So keep your eye out for that. But that being said, those 3 dips are exclusive, but this box had Moonlight in it, and it's basically like an early release for those of us that got the Diva box. And so Moonlight is a white that glows blue, and that will be releasing, like I said, well, I'm recording this earlier in the week, but on Friday. So when you're watching this, it'll be yesterday at 6 p.m. Moonlight released to the website. And it's the one I used in a prior video, just, was that my last upload? No, 2 uploads ago. And it was the filing video, and I had that white dip powder on. That was Moonlight. I'll put it up in the cards for you here. So check that out and make sure you snag some. And then there are other pieces from the Diva box that will release to the website. So again, if you see something and you're like, oh, I wish I got that, make sure you stay tuned in the Triple D group because we release a lot of that information and let you know what's coming available on the website. So I have been jabbering on and on at you guys, and I appreciate you tuning in. I want to hang out for just a second here so I can dust off and you can see this ombre because I was just so pleased with it. And I don't know why it didn't occur to me that like blue and purple would just like create the flawless ombre. Like it seems obvious, but man, these powders just like melted into each other, and like I said, we're just like a flawless blend. Look at that. Look at that. It's so pretty, and I love it matte. So I may have to redo something with these colors and make them matte, but you'll watch as I like study my hand for a second. I'm like, I can't cover it up. So I'm going to apply these flakies over it. They are gorgeous. They are like, I guess what you'd call like blurple. They're not blue. They're not purple. They're like a beautiful shifty blurple, and I love them so much. So hang in there while I finish up this application, and I will come back to wrap this up with you guys. Okay, so look at that mat. I think it's so pretty, and like I said, I really toyed with the idea of leaving them matte, but I really wanted to see those flakes with the gloss over them. Although that being said, like the flakes look stunning matte too, which I didn't really know was a thing, but I may have to do that coming up just to try it out. And I almost went through this whole video without mentioning, like, what do you think of the shape, you guys? I went like a little bit rounded for a minute here. I don't know if it'll last, but I'm doing a lot of packing boxes and moving things over at my husband's grandparents in the next week or so. And I don't know about you guys, but even with builder gel on my nails, sometimes I am so rough on my hands and I tend to just chip the corners off. So I was reluctant to go round, and I had another reason for it, but I was like, man, I haven't broken the tip off of a nail in quite some time. Well, not quite some time, all this week, while I've been like moving things and really just kind of rough on my hands. Like I have these nicks on my cuticles on my, like right now, and man, I can't wait to get back to like my delicate housework. But anyway, I am using the Triple D top coat right now, dip top coat. So if you're new here, hello and thank you for being here. Please consider subscribing. If you're new here, then you haven't heard this, but dip top coat applies like this. You apply your activator first and then wipe with a lint-free wipe just to get any excess activator off. Then you're going to apply dip top coat in 2 coats, not 1, not 3, but 2. Your first coat is going to be 2 to 3 quick swipes over the nail, and then your second coat can be more thorough and you can get around all of the sidewalls and to the cuticle line and all of that. The second coat. The reason the first coat is kind of quick in 2 to 3 quick swipes is because your brush is coming into contact with activator on your nail. Activator is what cures your top coat. So think of activator as to dip top coat is like a UV lamp to gel top coat, right? So this is what is curing your top coat on your nails. So if it's coming in contact with activator like slowly and in a lengthy process on that first coat, that's what's going to harden your top coat brush. So if you've ever applied dip top coat and you've had your brush go like hard as a rock, it's because it was in contact with activator for too long. So your first coat, 2 to 3 quick swipes, and then wipe the brush off on a paper towel or a lint-free wipe before going back into your jar, so you don't start curing the liquid in your jar. But let me know what you guys think of this. What do you guys think of the Diva box? Have you gotten a Diva box before? Do you intend to try for one? It's definitely worth it in my opinion. And the awesome thing is they're in such high demand that say you got a box and there was something in it that you didn't love, you could easily just do a quick resell and somebody else will be over the moon that they got to snag something. So I hope you guys enjoyed this and I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in my next vid. Bye now.